Chapter 61. Motion is the actualization of potential such. For example, the bronze is potentially a statue because it can take on the form of the statue. Thus the melting down, the molding and the finishing, which are all motions, are an actualization of the metal which is potentially a statue. Consequently, motion will be considered in all the categories in which potency is considered, and in those in which potency is not considered, motion will not be considered either. Thus, motion is considered in the categories of substance, quantity, quality, and place. In substance, there is generation and destruction. In quantity, there is increase and decrease. In quality, alteration, and in place, motion in the cycle, which is called circular, and motion in a straight line, which is called direct. There are moreover 6 kinds of direct motion: upward, downward, inward, outward, motion to the right, and the motion to the left. And so with circular motion, there are 7 kinds of motion with respect to place. Now, everything that is changed is changed either in itself, or in something within itself, or in something around itself. If this in the thing itself, it will constitute generation and destruction. If, however, it is in something in the things itself, things will either be in quantity, in which case it will constitute increase and decrease, or it will be in quality, in which case it will constitute alteration. And if it is in something around the thing, then it will constitute change in place, because place is neither the thing itself which is moved, nor is it anything in it, rather it accompanies the things moved and is round about them. Generation differs from destruction. This is because generation is the passing from non-being to being, for that comes into being or is generated which was not before. But with destruction it is just the reverse, for destruction is the change from being to non-being, and increase differs from decrease, because increase is the motion to a greater quantity, whereas decrease is to a lesser. And again, there are opposite positions in alteration. A seed is opposed to cold and black to white. Thus, while destruction is opposed to generation and increase to decrease, to alteration are opposed to alteration are opposed to corresponding opposite in rest. For cooling is opposed to heating, and so is rest, because when the object being heated attains its highest temperature and reaches a limit, then it rests and ceases being heated. The same way, both the contrary motion and rest are opposed to change in place. For here, while there are contraries such as upward and downward, there is also rest. Thus, should one throw a lamp from earth up into the air, it will not start its downward motion before it first comes to rest. There is, however, no contrary motion to that of the heavens. It seems that alteration accompanies the other kinds of motion. This because the thing which is being generated and that which is being destroyed, the thing which is increasing and that which is decreasing, and that which is being moved with respect to place, are all definitely being altered. Although with the natural motions, we do find the motion of alteration accompanying the others. Nevertheless, it is possible for a thing to be altered without, however, its being moved with any other motion. A stone, for example, may be heated and cooled, but it will neither increase nor cease to be, and in the same way with the rest. So even if alteration does accompany the other motions, it is possible for it to be considered in itself, and for that reason the distinction between it and the others has been considered. Aristotle does not call change a motion. Thus, in Book 5 of his Physics, he has demonstrated that generation and destruction are changes, but not motions, because motion takes place while the third move remains intact. However, although we said that there were two contextual alteration and two change in place, namely the opposite motion and rest, one should know that it is not impossible for two things to be contrary to one thing in different respects. Thus is like heaven preparation, whereas the opposite motion is contrary in the proper sense, as cooling is to heating.